And it's not me being aggressive. It's me, say hello to the bad guy. I'm just accepting the role that society wants me to play. That's what we're talking about. Dennis Sperling, I believe his name is. Good dude, good brother. Uh, I don't even know how I found him, but I subscribed. I must have subscribed way back in the day when um, introspective Black men of revision first started. Uh, now, BGS was like the first one that I guess I followed. I mean, I don't know. I just clicked on people and joining their pages back in the day. So it just so happened that when I first seen the IBMOR, I was like, all right, cool. What is this about? And then that's when him and then Sperling I joined, and you're looking at a bunch of you know men, some my age, some a little older than me. I'm a 71 baby so that's why I really look at everybody right there in the eye and tell them, no, I am hip hop. I don't care how old you are, right? When you're dealing with the 71, 2, 3, 4, like that's the birth date, right? Those are the birth dates of hip hop culture. Now, yeah, in the 80s, after we learned how to break dance and or break, after we was partying in the parks, we used to do block parties on my grandmother block, down Broad Noun, and my other grandma, right down what is that, 12th Street, Erie, 12th and Erie, I guess. Um, it's been a while since grandma's been alive, but since I've been down there, and they used to block off the street. They used to open up the fire hydrant and spray water in the air, and you know, this is how we did to have fun. So it's just funny to me that it's like the Puerto Ricans and Asians and all them aren't a part of it. And I hear you, they always had their own cultures, and we always sampled some of their cultures and made it a part of our own. That's the beauty of hip hop and what makes it multicultural. But I do agree with Tariq is finally cleaning up with him saying that they trying to exclude us from the culture, and that's where he's right there. That's what they trying to do. Um, so it is, but it is the politicians that's doing it. That's where we're not being honest. I mean, seriously, like y'all really like y'all really was like paying attention when Bernie Sanders first went on the Breakfast Club. Right, that was him going to hip hop culture, and like I said, Chuck D and Karis One back in the '80s used to, yo, what about reparations for us? Right now we can sit here and debate and talk about why, you know, I don't like calling us, American descendants of slavery. That's just not my thing. But I do like this foundational Black America that I do give credit to Tariq, Jason, and Professor Black Truth. Blacks, should I say, black, the real black media. So, but they weren't never really the manosphere. The manosphere has always been BGS, um, Kevin Samuel. You know, there's a lot of them. But when when Obama took over, they came in and shut us down, right? And after they shut us down on social media, it was like the hardest time at work. They was threatening to fire me every day. I mean, I couldn't move to different companies. It was the worst for black men. That's what we're talking about. That's what we've been talking about. So when Trump came in and he did whatever he did to flip it back, I mean, I literally in 4 years I went to Disney World twice. I went from sweeping the floors, being a janitor, which is a black job, to being the manager of the store. And they were saying pretty much, if you vote for him, because I didn't vote for him the first time in 2016. and they pretty much was telling me if you vote for him, you'll get a district manager. But y'all let Biden put that on us that all black people voted for him, and now they attack me again like I voted for Trump Biden. I did not vote for Biden, and they're still treating me like you're the problem. My Biden is the president, right? And it's what I mean. And it's like, who am I talking about? Who's treating me like that? They tell you whenever they go how much they hate in their heart they have for Trump. That's the one, right? And they hate me because the only reason I can think of is because I'm a good father to my son, and that's what I.B. Moore has been saying. That's what introspective black men of revision. That's what we've been saying. We're not MGTOW. That's different. That's men going their own way. Now that's it's gay. That's gay, and maybe they mad at them because they didn't let the LGBTQ in it part of their organization. A lot of MGTOW did God jump. They lost their job. So so MGTOW is done. I.B. Moore is still around, and he's still being attacked. I see BGS getting attacked. I see Sperling getting attacked. You know what I mean? But their pages aren't that much. But then y'all attacking Professor Black Truth and Jason Black and Tyreek like they're a part of the Black Manosphere. They're not actually. They're the black media. They're the ones that's always talking about politics, right? The Manosphere is always talking about the transgender world. Only they understand me when I call it the transgender war, right? They just say it's the gender war. And I'm like, yo, if y'all really peep it, it's actually a transgender war. It's not a gender war, right? Because it ain't, I mean, I do go to these jobs and then it's still under me, right? Or not under me, but they want to know my experience. So in trying to get to know my experience so that I can help them, right? Because my real title is now y'all got me because I'm over here talking about all the problems that's going on, and yes, all these gig apps are nothing more than black jobs, and a lot of black people are struggling, because we're fighting over janitorial jobs, right? There's multiple unions. I went to some of them where it was 3-4 black job unions at the same time, and they would have all 4 of us fight over staying there for the day. I mean, I wish I was lying, and Obama is the one that caused this. Of course, they don't want me to share that information or say that I'm exaggerating, and then the apps want me to work my way up, become like a manager in there because they do need managers or leaders because they don't like using the term managers. They do want leaders in these gig apps. So that's what's actually going on. But I lost track because I was talking about somebody in particular. I know what I mean, but and that's not what my page is about. Like that's part of the whole. I really don't care who's the president, right? I just know Joe Biden can't do it anymore, right? So to even suggest that we should vote for him with his dementia is actually, I mean, you don't really get more wicked, and that's wickedness in your heart. It's not me. That's how much hate you have for Donald Trump wanting to redeem himself and making it set up so that if his son wants to run and be the president of the United States, he's giving him an opportunity to do that. Y'all want somebody else to be the president of the United States, but it's not Chuck D. It's not Paris One. It's not right. It's not these black leaders of hip hop. Ice Cube, right? Y'all poop on them worse than right anybody else. That's what I'm talking about, right? Y'all then y'all want to cry about Tupac all day, like Tupac was not a leader in hip hop, but Karis One is, Dougie Fresh is, Big Daddy Kane is, Cool G Rap is. Rakim is, right? So as I start talking about our leaders, and then all I want to do is talk bad about them, when you know that lyrically and spiritually and mentally, what they're sharing is completely different than what these little young knuckleheads are spreading. The knuckleheads are looking up to them like, hey, we need y'all help. So all the Chuck D and them can do is set up the Hip Hop Alliance. Come, this is our union. This is a hip hop union. And what do we want to do with that union? That's what I'm speaking up. It's like, Chuck, we have to get more political because we're going to need Biden's help or the president's help. Biden's not helping at all. Trump's not going to help either, but at least he entertained the idea of investing in the Hip Hop Alliance. Biden's not interested in investing in the Hip Hop Alliance. He's not going to give us any cash for our union. That's the problem. He'll give cash to their unions, like the LGBTQ and all of them. Even Black Lives Matter. But as I'm saying, Black Lives Matter was about 3 lesbians trying to do the same thing that all these social media people that's doing now, screaming racism and pointing at Trump, is wasting our time. That's what we're talking about. So yes, today I'm talking about green Godz. So the only way is to relate to that is the Hulk, right? A Hulk is a green God. Yes, he's make-believe in the Marvel universe, right? But maybe he's not. Maybe he's some top secret thing that Biden doesn't know nothing. Maybe that's why they want him to be the president, right? So there's someone else, there's some other entity, there's a group of people, 12 whatever people they're running this country. We don't know who they are, right? The president has no say, but we know that they don't like Trump because all of these allegations that they're doing against Trump, all these allegations they're doing against Black fathers is proof of their wickedness. So y'all don't want to understand that. I get it, right? Because y'all happy in your life. All right, cool. You happy in your life. But y'all keep playing this game of what's a black job, acting ignorant, just because y'all want to, catch the rave of whatever the topic is. Instead of, hey, you got a problem, all right, cool, here's the solution. Or we will work on the solution together. Just give me $1 for helping you with that solution. Because clearly, the problem with the Democrats is Biden's done. Now, I've been saying from the beginning, he might as well step down, let Kamala start speaking so that she can try her best for, which would have been this year because Trump would have been done. But y'all just had to scream and call Black Republicans Oreos and coons and all this derogatory stuff and think it's funny. And here we got people dying. I don't know if it was because of the mandate of the COVID shot, and I'm people like myself having a hard time because they're still requiring COVID shots and a whole bunch of drug addicts trying to get jobs and the companies bringing them in, but they can't keep them because they on drugs, right? It is them saying, yes, we legalize the trees, right? Smoking the trees. And I'm like telling my brothers, yo, you can't say that you're smoking trees. Stop smoking the trees because they're going to test you and they're going to use it against you, right? So yes, smoking trees is a black job. I don't do that. So when they like, all right, we're going to give you an opportunity to be a manager, district, or whatever it is that I get that opportunity, give me the cup. I ain't got a problem with it. That scares them because y'all playing the game of I can be Dave Chappelle, right? No, you can't be Dave Chappelle. Right? Dave Chappelle he's a comedian. He can talk about smoking trees. Right? No, if you want to work for this company, pharmacy, you cannot do drugs. Right? If you want to even work in these factories, like you want to drive forklifts, You know you can't do drugs. You're trying to operate machinery on drugs. No, they're not going to allow that to happen. Because if you crash, whatever, they test you, you can sue them, they can sue you, everybody gets sued, right? And that's what's happening in the background. This government is suing everybody for whatever, jaywalking. And it's causing the inflation because nobody has cash to pay that and be able to go food shopping and to be able to be the head of their household and be able to pay for divorce, abortion, separation, all the bankruptcies, all that's going on right now. So that's why I jumped on real quick. Right? I'm sharing Dragon Ball 9, I think this is, because I just wanted to see if it was a green person. And the show that I was, this is one of the other role playing game genres that I'm talking about. This is a demo. I don't own this game, but they got a demo of it for free. And I was just saying, because sometimes they'll have green players. So I was wondering if they were going to showcase a green god, a character. This would be different. But you see the white guy with this laser. But these are Asian, right? They're white, but that's the real problem going on. It's like this is a game about white gods, but it's that's racism. That's segment, right? That's what we're in. We're in the mode of arguing and fighting over ignorance instead of, hey, my son's 13. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We like to use our imagination. We're reading Harry Potter. We're on the second or third book now. Um, Wizard of Oz. We read that. We read that to the children, right? And now we're trying to understand how did they make the film from black and white to color. And they use three primary colors: red, green, and blue. That's the RGB. That should not be confused with RBG. That's the red, the black, and the green. Now that was the original way on how they colorized movies because they didn't have the blue in there yet. But I'm doing more research on it. I've been watching videos on it because there's some very intelligent videos about the processes of Technicolor and things of that nature. And that's more of what I want to do at my station. Like this station here. I want this station to be about either playing a video game or playing chess, like a board game, or even just studying the art of logical thinking or the law of reason. That's game theory. It's how do you strategize? And right now, the Democratic Party, the strategy is the most ignorant thing that's going on the planet because there's no way that you can say that I'm gonna go vote for Joe Biden and he can't speak a sentence. He can't walk straight, right? Y'all need to pray for him. I mean, if you can go vote for Kamala, I mean, geez, right? But they don't want her to talk to Trump because then she has to answer why did the Democratic Party allow Biden to let all these immigrants come in here and completely mess up our careers. We used to have careers, like, you know what I mean? I was at my job for 15 years, and that didn't matter. Once Joe took over, that didn't matter anymore. When Trump was the president, that mattered. So I'm seeing people that still getting fired, being there for 15 plus years, still getting fired from their jobs because diversity, equity, and inclusion. But I'm also seeing gay women, trans men, they're getting fired too. That's what's hilarious. Or they're quitting because they can't do it. They can't take the pressure because they don't know the job. It's not about your degree. It's about, hey, you fill a role. You like to wear a dress like a male, or you vice versa. And so we're going to give you the position and lead. And it's like, all right, now you got to learn how to be the leader. And then when a person like myself comes up, like, I'll help you, they'll hear me say that I'll help them. And the crazy person that they gave in charge goes, he has to go because you're not supposed to help them. That's going on in the school systems. But y'all don't go to the school system. That's what's happening in these businesses. Right? But y'all just go to the business and y'all have to ring yourself now, right? That's what's going on. Where else? Where else do we shop? Well, even Amazon, right? That's what's happening even in the mail order thing, right? Yeah, I can go there and deliver right now because it's an app. I can go outside and deliver Amazon. But the way they got it set up is they're attacking regular Americans so that even if you're driving legally, they're going to pull you over if you can't touch your nose, right? Lock you up. If they catch you, I told you, if they catch you shoplifting, even though you leave the store, go home, right? They're able to run the identification, find out who you are, go to your house and lock you up for shoplifting. That's how it's dope that that they can do these things, but that's how crazy it is with this artificial intelligence, and they're using it against us, and they're using Biden to because they need white men to vote for Democrats, but white men are done. Black men, we're done too. But they shut us up because hey, black women, your man talking too much, and y'all, and what's happening? Men are leaving, families are breaking up. The divorce rate is 35% growing. Right? It's what it was when the census in 2020 came. Did you fill out the census in 2020? The census in 2020 was 66% of black children are growing up in single parent homes. I wonder what it is now. And it's like, you're a part of it. Yes, unfortunately I am, because this is the political policies that the Democrats put in place. And y'all want me to thank them and vote for them? I will talk to y'all later. One.